Some of you walked in here thinking success is about stacking cash, driving foreign cars, and flexing with designer clothes. You think success is about the stuff you can post, the stuff people can see, the stuff that makes them jealous. But let me wake you up this morning. Stuff don't make you successful. A car don't make you successful. A watch don't make you successful. Anybody with a credit card can get stuff. That's not success. Success is when you wake up and do what you said you were going to do. Success is when you show up even when nobody's cheering. Success is when you keep grinding when the money hasn't come yet, when the followers haven't come yet, when the applause is silent but your work ethic is loud. That's success. I've seen people with millions in their bank account who are empty inside. I've seen people with closets full of shoes but no foundation to stand on when life hits. I've seen people chase the bag and lose their family, lose their health, lose themselves. That's not success, that's slavery to stuff. I came to tell you today, success is character. Success is faith. Success is resilience. Success is getting knocked down 9 times and standing up 10. Success is building something bigger than you, something that can't be repossessed, something that can't be stolen, something that lives on after you're gone. So don't confuse the things you own with the life you're living. Don't let the world trick you into thinking success is in your wallet. Success is in your mindset. Success is in your grind. Success is in your spirit. Success is not defined by the car you drive, the clothes you wear, or the house you own. It's about discipline, consistency, and the value you bring to others. That truth is hard to accept in a world where everything screams at you to show off, to prove your worth through brands, through the shine of metal and glass, through square footage and followers. But deep down, you already know that none of those things can hold you up when life punches you in the mouth. That fancy car can't get you through heartbreak. Those shoes won't carry you through a storm. That big house can't give you peace if you don't have peace within yourself. Discipline is the real currency because discipline doesn't fade. Discipline doesn't depreciate. Discipline doesn't go out of style. Discipline is what wakes you up when the alarm clock goes off at 5 a.m. Discipline is what pushes you to show up to the gym even when you're tired, even when your body says no, even when nobody's looking. Discipline is what makes you study when you'd rather play, grind when you'd rather quit, focus when distractions scream for your attention. Consistency is the compound interest of discipline. Anybody can do something once. Anybody can wake up early once. Anybody can eat clean for a day or grind hard for a week. But success belongs to the ones who do it again and again, who show up when it's boring, who show up when it's hard, who show up when the hype is gone. Consistency builds trust with yourself and trust with others. People don't respect you because of what you did once. They respect you because of what you've been doing for years. They respect you because when they look at your life, they see patterns of excellence, not random sparks. That's why consistency beats talent, because talent without consistency is wasted. But consistency without talent still produces results. And value, the value you bring to others, is the ultimate scoreboard. Stuff only benefits you, but value benefits everyone you touch. When you walk into a room, do people leave better because you were there? When someone hears your name, do they think about how you helped them, inspired them, lifted them? Or do they just think about what you had and how you flexed? Legacy isn't built on luxury. Legacy is built on impact. Legacy is built on service. The truth is, nobody remembers what car you drove or what jacket you wore. They remember how you made them feel, what you gave them when they had nothing, the way you showed up for them when they needed you most. So success isn't in your possessions, it's in your patterns. Success is the invisible weight of your discipline, the steady rhythm of your consistency, and the ripple effect of the value you bring. Cars rust, clothes fade, houses crumble, but the habits you build and the lives you impact will outlast all of it. Too many people confuse success with possessions, but real success is built on character, resilience, and growth. You can have all the stuff in the world and still feel empty because stuff doesn't give you meaning. It doesn't give you peace. It doesn't give you strength when life comes crashing down. Character is the foundation. It's the core of who you are when nobody's watching. It's the choices you make when you don't think they matter, but they do. Character is about integrity, about keeping your word when it's easier to break it, about showing up on time, about being honest even when the truth might cost you something. Without strong character, money will expose you instead of elevate you. Stuff will only magnify what's already inside you. If you're broken on the inside, money won't heal it. If you're insecure, no amount of stuff will make you feel enough. But if your character is strong, you can stand tall no matter what's in your bank account. Resilience is what carries you through storms. Success isn't the absence of problems. It's your ability to rise when you get knocked down. Life is going to test you, it's going to break you down, it's going to take things from you. But resilience is the muscle that lets you get back up again and again. Every time you fall and rise, you grow stronger. Every time you push through, you gain wisdom. Resilience is built in the fire, in the nights you cry, in the moments you feel like giving up but don't. People think success means smooth sailing. But the truth is, success comes from surviving storms and learning how to navigate them. The real champions aren't the ones who never got hit. They're the ones who got knocked down 10 times and stood up 11. Growth is the process that makes success sustainable. You can't stay the same and expect to keep winning. Success requires evolution. It demands that you adapt, learn, unlearn, and stretch yourself beyond comfort. Growth means you don't settle for who you were yesterday. Growth means you look at your mistakes not as final, but as fuel to become better. Success isn't about arriving, it's about becoming. It's about being a student for life, about being humble enough to know you don't know it all, about being hungry enough to keep searching, to keep reaching, to keep climbing. So when you strip away the possessions, what's left? Who you are, how strong you are, and how much you've grown. That's the real measure. Character will open doors that money can't buy. Resilience will carry you when things fall apart. Growth will ensure that you don't just get success. You keep it, you multiply it, you pass it on. And that's why your success has nothing to do with the stuff you collect and everything to do with the person you are becoming every single day. Success has never been about the trophies on the shelf or the size of the house you live in. It's about purpose and fulfillment. Purpose is what gets you out of bed when you're tired, when you don't feel like it, when there's nothing external to push you forward. Purpose is the fire in your chest that won't let you quit. Without purpose, even the biggest wins feel empty because they don't mean anything. You can chase paychecks, promotions, and possessions, but if they don't connect to your purpose, you'll still feel like something is missing. Purpose is what gives meaning to the grind. It's what makes the sacrifice worth it. It's what makes the struggle noble instead of pointless. Fulfillment comes when you align your life with that purpose. Fulfillment isn't a moment. It's not a celebration after a win. It's a state of being when your daily actions match what you were built for. It's when you go to bed at night knowing you lived the day in alignment with your calling. You may not have everything you want, but if you're walking in purpose, you'll feel full in ways that money can't give you. Fulfillment is peace. It's joy. It's the sense that your life matters. And you can't buy that with money. You can only build it with choices, with courage, with consistency. Too many people spend their lives climbing a ladder only to realize it was leaning against the wrong wall. They work, they grind, they sacrifice, and they collect things. But when they stop to breathe, they realize it doesn't satisfy them. That's because success without purpose is just activity. It's movement without meaning. You can be busy all day and still not be fulfilled. True success is about direction, not just speed. It's about knowing where you're going and why you're going there. Purpose also pulls you through the hard times. When you face rejection, when doors close, when people walk away, purpose reminds you that your life still matters. Purpose reminds you that what you're building is bigger than the moment you're in. That's why people with purpose keep moving even when it hurts, even when it doesn't make sense, even when everyone else tells them to quit. Purpose makes pain productive. Fulfillment is the reward of living that purpose daily. It's not about waiting until you make it big to feel good about yourself. It's about knowing that every step, every choice, every sacrifice is a deposit into the life you're meant to live. And when you live that way, people notice. They see the light in your eyes, they feel the energy in your presence. They're inspired not by what you own, but by how you live. That's real success. It's not about money or stuff. It's about waking up every day with a reason and going to bed every night with peace. True success is rooted in the relationships you build and the love you give, not the things you collect. You can pile up wealth. You can chase after possessions. You can put your energy into building a brand new empire of material things. But if you go home to an empty room, if you don't have people who care for you, if you don't have relationships that feed your soul, then all that stuff is hollow. Relationships are what sustain you in seasons of struggle. They are the people who check on you when you're quiet, the ones who believe in you when you doubt yourself, the ones who remind you of your greatness when you forget. You can't buy that kind of love. You can't purchase loyalty or trust. Those things are built slowly, day by day, through kindness, through honesty, through sacrifice, through presence. The world tells you to chase things that shine, but relationships are the true wealth that shines when everything else goes dark. When the money disappears, when the job changes, when life flips upside down, the people who love you for who you are will still stand by your side. And that's when you realize that success isn't about what you own. It's about who you can call, who you can lean on, who will show up even when there's nothing in it for them. That's why the richest people aren't the ones with the most stuff. They're the ones with the strongest circle. And love isn't just romantic. It's the love you pour into your children, into your family, into your community, into the people you cross paths with. It's the decision to give when you don't have to encourage when it costs you nothing, to build people up instead of tearing them down. That kind of love is legacy. That's what people remember about you when you're gone. Not the car, not the house, not the watch, but the way you made them feel, the way you treated them, the way you gave yourself away in service and compassion. The truth is, stuff can create moments of happiness, but relationships create a lifetime of meaning. Stuff can entertain you, but love can heal you. Stuff can give you status, but relationships give you belonging. The reason so many people who have it all still feel empty is because they traded connection for possessions, and connection is the one thing our souls are wired to need. So when you think about success, don't just think about the numbers in your account or the trophies on your shelf. Think about the hands you've held, the lives you've touched, the people you've lifted, because in the end, nobody will measure your life by how much stuff you collected. They'll measure it by the love you gave and the relationships you built that stood the test of time. Real success isn't about possessions or the illusion of comfort they bring. It's about freedom, peace, and balance. You can have the biggest house, the most luxurious car, or the flashiest wardrobe. But if you're trapped by debt, if you're chained to stress, if you're losing your health or your sanity trying to keep it all, then that's not success. That's slavery disguised as luxury. True success gives you freedom. The freedom to choose how you spend your time. The freedom to be present with the people you love. The freedom to walk away from situations that no longer serve you because you're not controlled by the fear of losing stuff. Freedom is the ability to wake up in the morning and know you're living life on your own terms, not chasing an image that drains you. Peace is another measure of success that money can't buy. You can decorate your house with the finest things, but if your mind is restless, if your spirit is unsettled, if your heart is heavy, no possession will fix that. Peace comes from alignment, from knowing that what you say and what you do match, from living in integrity, from not needing to prove yourself to anyone. Peace is walking through chaos and still carrying calm inside you. It's not about the absence of problems. It's about the strength to remain grounded even when problems come. Success without peace is just noise. It looks good from the outside, but it feels like pressure on the inside. Balance is the key that ties freedom and peace together. Balance is knowing when to push and when to pause, when to give and when to recharge, when to hustle and when to rest. Too many people burn themselves out chasing goals, thinking that constant grinding is the definition of success. But burnout is not success. Imbalance is not success. Real success is the ability to build without breaking yourself, to chase your dreams without losing your health, to provide for your family without losing your presence. Balance keeps you whole while you pursue greatness. When you have freedom, peace, and balance, you don't just look successful, you feel successful. You wake up with energy instead of dread. You go through your day without being consumed by comparison or pressure. You go to bed at night with gratitude instead of regret. That's a kind of wealth that no paycheck can buy. True success isn't what sits in your driveway or hangs in your closet. It's the life you've built where your soul feels light, your mind feels clear, and your spirit feels steady. That's the kind of success that lasts because it's built on the inside, and nothing external can take it away. True success isn't about how much you can stack up for yourself. It's about how much you can give away, how much you can pour into others, how much you can leave behind when you're gone. You can chase the money, you can chase the stuff, but the truth is you can't take any of it with you. The house, the cars, the trophies, the jewelry, they all stay here. What lives on is your impact. Legacy is built on contribution, on how you use your gifts to make the world better, on how you use your resources to lift others, on how you use your voice to inspire change. Success without impact is just accumulation, but impact turns success into something eternal. Contribution is the way you multiply your blessings. If you've been given wisdom, share it. If you've been given resources, invest them in others. If you've been given a platform, use it to raise up voices that don't get heard. That's where the true satisfaction comes from. Not in keeping everything for yourself, but in watching what happens when your giving sparks something in someone else. Every great leader, every person we look up to, they're remembered not because of what they owned, but because of what they gave. Impact is about using what you've been through to make somebody else's path easier. It's about telling your story honestly so others know they're not alone. It's about showing up for the next generation, about planting trees whose shade you may never sit under. It's about creating opportunities, building communities, breaking chains, and changing the game for those coming after you. That's the type of success that doesn't fade, because its effects ripple long after you're gone. Legacy is the ultimate measure of a successful life. Legacy is what people say about you when your name comes up. It's the lessons you've left behind. It's the mark you made on hearts and minds. Nobody remembers the dollar amount in your account, but they'll never forget the way you made them feel, the doors you opened, the chances you gave them when nobody else would. Legacy doesn't require you to be perfect. It requires you to be intentional. It's not about having everything. It's about using what you do have to make a difference. So real success isn't about collecting stuff. It's about creating something bigger than yourself. It's about giving more than you take, serving more than you demand, and leaving the world better than you found it. That's the kind of success that makes your name last, not because of the things you owned, but because of the lives you touched and the love you gave away freely. At the end of the day, success is not a destination, it's a journey, and the people who keep going are the ones who truly make it. You can have talent, you can have connections, you can even have money, but none of it will matter if you don't have persistence. Life is going to test you. It's going to throw obstacles in your way. It's going to make you question if it's even worth it. And in those moments, the only thing that keeps you moving is the ability to get back up one more time, to keep showing up, to keep fighting even when everything in you wants to quit. Success doesn't belong to the smartest or the richest. It belongs to the ones who refuse to stop. Growth happens in the process, not at the finish line. Every setback teaches you, every failure shapes you, every challenge builds you into someone stronger than you were yesterday. Persistence is not glamorous. It doesn't always look like victory. Sometimes it looks like surviving one more day, taking one more step, pushing through one more door even when you're tired. But when you look back, you realize that persistence was the glue that held your dreams together. Without it, nothing lasts. With it, everything becomes possible. Discipline is what fuels persistence, the daily habits, the sacrifices, the consistency when nobody's watching. Success isn't about the highlight reel. It's about the work you do in the dark, when nobody is clapping, when nobody is cheering. It's those moments of discipline that add up, and when you refuse to compromise, when you keep doing the right thing day after day, it compounds into something bigger than you ever imagined. That's how growth works. Slowly at first, then all at once. Because persistence builds momentum, and momentum creates breakthroughs. The truth is, persistence will take you further than talent ever could. Talent might get you started, but persistence will keep you in the game. Talent might open the door, but persistence will keep you walking through it even after it slams shut in your face. Persistence means you don't let rejection define you. You don't let failure stop you. You don't let delay destroy you. You understand that everything worth having takes time, and you're willing to pay the price in patience and perseverance. So real success is about becoming the kind of person who refuses to quit. It's about building a mindset so strong that no amount of rejection, no amount of failure, no amount of obstacles can break you. It's about staying hungry, staying consistent, and staying faithful even when the results don't show up right away. That's how dreams turn into reality. That's how visions turn into legacies. And that's how ordinary people do extraordinary things, not because they had more, but because they refused to stop.